I'm interested in the support for people to upgrade qualifications, and I'm just wondering how is that support manifested, and is some of that support an economic support?
People that have their ECE and they have previous experience, they could be grandmothered into the system. But we are encouraging everybody to increase their knowledge base, because we know that's core relationship to quality. There's one program in BC right now that offers the early childhood program for the bachelors. Access to those programs is really tough, but the important piece is that people coming into this sector now will always know that this is a profession that they can live in, they can develop in, they can raise their families in, and they can be proud to be working in.
The costing model does include an annual professional development allotment of about $1,200. So how that is best spent, right? And whether that is used in a system way to support some people is part of the dialogue Emily's talking about. It is reflected in the costing model to some degree. And as Emily said, the plan says that people who choose not to pursue further education, who are already qualified, presumably for the job they are doing, can continue to work in that job with their current qualification until they choose to move on or retire, but could be supported if they want to, and we would encourage them to upgrade. And so this really is a vision that we're putting out to a new generation of people coming into the field and a new expectation. And we look to how educational levels for teachers, you know, and for nurses have increased over the years. Groups have found a way to say the job requires more, and we can grandmother people in and build access as we move.
Let's say I'm excited to go back to school, take my Bachelor of ECE, but how long do I have? Do I have to finish it, let's say, in 2 years or 3 years?
The plan projects that within 5 years, each program ideally would have at least one person who has completed their bachelor's. But there is not, for individuals, we have not set a timeline. Okay, so that would be one of the implementation issues to be resolved. But our goal would be that every program would have at least one person with a bachelor within 5 years.
Part of that question too is like, how would people be able to do that? How would they be able to, would they have to close their centers? Well, becoming part of this network, there's this real hope that there could be a pool of subs that we could also use, right? So we could share so that it would be much easier for us to do these pieces that we would need to get there.
As there hasn't been a bachelor's degree in early childhood education, a lot of people that I know and work with have taken related degree programs, such as the Child and Youth Program. Does the plan acknowledge this type of credentialing?
Yes, the plan acknowledges exactly as you've outlined, and identifies that we need to find a way, you know, using the language of post-secondary, to articulate those existing degrees, a number of which have developed also early year specializations. So we want to welcome people to stay in the field. We want to welcome back people who have had to leave the field, and we would obviously want to articulate with related degrees as we develop specific bachelors of early childhood. We do think, though, that holding on to the concept of a new standard of a Bachelor of Early Childhood Education is one of the ways of really honoring, respecting the particular practice, values, culture of early childhood. And, you know, at the beginning we said that the plan tries to integrate and build on the strengths of both education and early childhood. And we are very committed to, in fact, strengthening that culture of early childhood and having it be a positive influence in the whole education system and in the world. That is why we do think it is time to move to a bachelor that builds on that knowledge and pedagogy, while respecting the education people currently have.